Hello, everyone. Welcome to an impromptu video where we're just going to tweak my mic for like a half an hour. So if you're interested in that, if you're an audiophile, congrats. If you're not, you probably don't care. But that's what we're doing right now. So let's do it. We were actually in the proprietary software for this microphone, and we had just decided that we wanted to do the light compressor mode. That we tried mid and heavy, and it wasn't as good. The light compressor sounded best. All right, so now we're going to continue on. Peaches and Crime says, your audio is sounding good. Just find a way to get rid of the echo. Well, let's try to figure that out right now, shall we? Okay, so, what is this? Monitor mix? Mic level and playback level. Oh, that's just through your own speakers and stuff. I don't care about that. Okay, so there's something called tone. All right? It's on natural. That's what the tone I'm on. Now, I can move tone towards dark or bright, and I think that's going to change how my voice sounds, okay? So why don't I try to turn it all the way to dark and see what it sounds like? It may sound hilariously bad. Let's see what this sounds like, okay? So I'm on natural right now. I'm going to turn it all the way to dark, and let's see what happens. Ready? Okay, I am now 100% dark tone. How do I sound? Do I sound different? Hello? How do I sound, everybody? How does that sound? A bit more bassy? So it added bass to my voice. Sounds weird. I sound like I'm inside of a tiny box. Sounds scary and muffled. More like a radio mic. Okay. Okay. All right, well, how about this? Let's now go all the way to the bright side. We're on the dark side. Now we're going to the bright side. Ready? Here we go. Okay. We are now 100% on the bright side. How does that sound to everybody? Bright versus dark. This sounds bad. It took all the bass out of your voice. This is basically a bass treble knob. It's very flat now. Okay, so if that's the case, then we want to stay in the middle, correct? We want to go back to natural. Okay. So this is natural. This is perfectly middle. Does this sound better? In the middle. If so, we'll keep it at that. I don't know about reverb. I don't know how this is going to affect things, but that's next. So that sounds good. Natural sounds the best. Let's leave it as how it was. Yes, perfect. Okay. Middle is best. Cool. So there's a reverb. I don't know what this is. It says off. If I click on this. So what the hell? Reverb on output. Apply to direct monitoring. Studio plate hall intensity. I have no idea what any of this is. Apparently, I think it's off right now. Okay. But I don't know. Reverb's going to make it crazy echo. Doesn't reverb add echo? Make it sound like a here. I'm just going to click on it. It says reverb on output. Let's see. Ready? All right. So how does this sound with reverb on output? Did that affect anything? Right now it says studio. But there's also two other modes, and there's an intensity gauge. How does this sound? Did it affect anything? Did it even work? Sounds odd. Why did YouTube go completely quiet? What happened? You guys are so helpful. Now you're all clammed up. What happened? It's echoing? Yeah, okay. Because reverb adds echo. That's what reverb is, right? What happened to the YouTube chatters? It sounds odd. All right, let's turn it off then. Reverb we don't need. So I have something called a real-time denoiser, and it's on. It says, removes unwanted background noise from speech. Should be turned off if you are singing or you're using acoustic instruments, but I have it turned on. Okay. Yes, Chill Bill, that's what we're doing right now. We are literally doing what you're saying. He says, according to the doc, the Shure M7 offers built-in DSP settings in the Shure Plus Motif app to optimize the sound and reduce room echo. We're doing that right now. That's literally what we're using. We're going through all of the configurations in the app right now. Okay, so the real-time denoiser is on. Would you like me to turn it off and test and see the difference? Okay, so the denoiser is on right now. You hear how everything sounds, correct? Now I'm going to turn the denoiser off. Okay, the denoiser is now off. How does that sound? Is it any different? Do you hear more noise around me? Do you hear anything? Or does it sound exactly the same? No difference to you, Almighty? Amos says that's better. Yeah, but what do you mean? What was wrong before? What's the difference you're hearing? Anything? Everyone's so quiet now. Come on, guys. We were doing good. We were getting through it. Denoise is probably better to test while playing games. That's true because it probably will cut out the noise of the game while we're playing it, correct? We want to do that right now, actually? Hold on. Let's test. Ready? Okay, so here's what we'll do. This is all on. The denoiser is off. I'm going to play a game through the speakers, and I'm curious if you guys will be able to hear it. Okay? So what I'll do, let me make sure that the volume of the game would be muted in OBS. Looks like it is. It looks like there will be no volume playing. Let me confirm that, okay? I think one of them was like a color video, so maybe I can try that. So I'm on Ranch. I have Ranch in my house right now. It's picking up the TV the entire time. Okay? Now I'm going to put on the denoiser. So I just put on the real-time denoiser. Now let's try to play it. It works. Very little noise. You can only hear a little bit, right? Before you heard it all. So the denoiser is kind of necessary. The denoiser is necessary for sure. Or else when I have the TV playing the games, you're going to hear the game noise. Okay. All right. So the denoiser on. We've got that. There's what's called a popper stopper. It says reduces plosives, a loud pop that occurs when with certain consonants. Optimized for speech and test No, and best turned off for instruments. So the popper stopper I have off right now. I don't know if I should turn it on or not, but I guess only if you hear me he's doing like real hard, like peas. But I don't think that it's really doing anything, right? I don't hear it. I don't hear T's and P's being overemphasized or overly loud. So I think we're okay with that. Oh, here we go. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. If Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers, then how many pickled peppers did Peter Piper pick? Do you hear a lot of pops? Popping of the Peter Piper's pickled peppers. When I say Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers, do you want to know how many pickled peppers Peter Piper picked? It's good? Okay, then we don't need the popper stopper. Unless you guys hear that it sounds good. All right, we don't need it then. All right, so this is something I have on, but I don't know what this is. It's called a high pass filter. So it says, applies a filter to reduce HVAC noise. Now, when you say HVAC, that's supposed to be like air conditioning, vacuum cleaners, loud, like noise of air around you. Okay, I have it on max. Let's turn it, first of all, let's turn it off. Okay, so right now it's off. Do you hear anything right now? Right now, the only noise you would hear, I have the ceiling fan is on and it is on max. Can you hear that at all? Do you even hear a difference between before and now? Nothing. You don't hear anything? My voice now has more bass. It does? Really? No difference to Almighty. Says don't notice any difference. Because right now, high pass filter is completely off. All right? Then there's 73 hertz. No, 75 hertz and 150 hertz. No difference. Sounds the same. Okay. So let me test them now. All right. So it's off now. Now here's 75 hertz. Okay. So this is supposedly 75 hertz of the high pass filter, which is supposed to kill off air conditioning and air noise. All right. Don't know if you hear any difference. And now we're now on 150 hertz. So maybe that's, I don't know if that sounds any different. If none of this is bothering you, I'll leave it off. And then, oh, you know what we should do? We should also test this with the TV playing. I'm just curious. Okay. Okay. Well, no, everyone's saying they don't really notice a change. All right, here's what we're going to do. I turned it off. High pass filter is off. I'm going to hit play over here again. Wasn't the smartest move, was it? Should have been up sniping instead of snooting. Did I ever try Ella? I think. So it seems to be picking up my voice from the video. Did you hear that? It's picking up my voice from the video, but only my voice. It's not picking up the game sound effects. And the sound effects are the same volume as my voice. So that's kind of weird. But it is picking up my voice, which could be a problem. We don't want it picking up other voices, right? So does that mean that when I play a game and people are talking, it's going to pick up the noise of people talking? It might. And that's not good. I'm just curious if I turn it on. I don't think this is going to affect anything. I just turned it all the way up to 150 hertz. Let's see if that affects anything. Ready? Pretty sure we did. No, it still picks it up anyway. That would be the noise gate. See, I don't see. I'm going to turn off the high pass filter since it doesn't seem to do anything. There is no noise gate in the proprietary software. There's none. There's gain, compressor, limiter, tone, reverb, real-time denoiser, popper stopper, high pass filter, and how the LEDs work. That's it. It doesn't actually have like a noise, like you said, a noise gate. You'd have to rely on OBS for that. So OBS, let's take a look. Has the noise gate on, actually. Yeah, OBS has the noise gate on, and it's capturing my voice, which is weird. So I guess we're done with the proprietary software, right? We've done everything that we wanted to do there. Oh, there's different color themes on my mic. Oh my gosh. Space. So red is muted. Green is live. I can have purple be live. Oh my God. Or you could edit. You could edit all the colors on your mic. This is ridiculous. So live can be blue. And then muted can be red. And in between can be like white. It's red, white, and blue mic. I'll do purple because purple's between. Okay, save. So now my mic colors are different. It shows as blue, and then it blinks red when I talk, and then it's going to show purple in between. Yeah, that's cool. I like that I can change the colors of the mic. That's actually pretty neat. I like the blue better. So I got it on medium brightness. Oh God, it goes real bright. It can go low too. Low brightness. Medium brightness. Medium brightness is good for now. Okay. So I think we're done with the proprietary software. Good question. Will the light mess with the AI background removal? Probably not, but we can mess with it. Right? All right, enough of this idiot. You gotta love people who just sit around negative, constantly whining, constantly complaining. I literally ignored them all morning. We get to a point, it's like, I'm not gonna listen to this all day. Someone literally sitting around just bitching. Like, wow, you really helped the planet with your constant complaining about everything going on around you. Anyway. Okay. So I guess we're done with the proprietary software. Now, someone had mentioned there's there's DPS settings. I literally went through every setting for the mic. I did. I just went through everything. Gain, compressor, limiter, tone, reverb, denoiser, popper stopper, high pass filter, and then the LEDs I tweaked. That's it. Like there's nothing else here. So I have no clue what people might be talking about. When it comes to that, I don't see anything else. Yeah, that's it. So we're done. I'm gonna close this up, and we tweaked it. Yeah, we tweaked it, and hopefully it sounds better now this way. I don't know. I'm gonna close this. And it's gonna ask me to save. I'm gonna say yes, save. Okay, so that closed. All right. So the only thing I'm nervous about right now, number one, I don't know if the mic's always gonna be this high up. Like for example, for optimal sound, probably this is what I want to do. right? For optimal sound. I could tighten it like that. Yep. It's still moving though. Oh, there we go. Loosen it. Oh, and I tightened the washer too much, of course. There we go. I want to tighten this like this. Okay. That's good. All right. So for optimal sound, I probably want it closer to my mouth, right? By the way, so there's the LEDs someone said with the AI. No, the light doesn't affect anything, as you can see. With the background removal tool, you do not see the light on there. It's fine. That is, even though it's blinking. I mean, even if I turn it towards the camera, look, there you go. Let's test it. Nope. AI erases it. So no problem. No problem at all that the microphone has lights on it. It doesn't affect anything in the setup. Okay? So, yeah, this is essentially probably where I'll always have it. I mean, I could go even closer. Like, this is really close now. And this probably sounds even better, But the thing is, the closer you get, now you're going to have issues, see, with that. So the question is, what's the trade-off? Because when I'm on the podcast, it's not a big deal. You want to have the arm come down or whatever, that's not a problem. But if we're doing gameplay, that's when I want to have it a little bit further back, right? Sounds pretty good now overall. Traverse says it's sounding good now. You think it sounds better like this because it's close to me? My concern is the background noise of the game. So right now we have a noise gate on. Yeah, there's a noise gate and noise suppression, as well as the echo removal and the limiter. The compressor we have off in OBS, but we have one on in the proprietary software. So it should have compression. 1 fist length away from my mouth. Right now, it's 2 fist length away from my mouth. If that was 1 fist length away from my mouth, I'd be spitting into it and stuff. That's gross. That's too close, in my opinion. So my one concern from all the tweaking we just did is that when I'm playing the game, it might pick up my voice. Let's test that again. What was that noise? Weird green. So you notice, basically, the game audio is almost perfectly fine, maybe a tiny bit here or there, but the voice it's picking up. And so that's concerning to me that it's going to, anyone who talks in a game, it's going to pick up that voice. So have to tweak the noise gate. How will we do that? By the way, the food is here, so we're going to eat momentarily, and I'm very hungry. So noise gate, we got close threshold, open threshold, attack time, hold time, release time. So what to mess with here? Open, close, what do you do? Close threshold is at negative 58 decibels. Open threshold is at negative 33 decibels. That's what we're at right now. So should I tweak that? What do you think? Have to adjust so you can't hear the TV no more. Yeah, but what? So what do I adjust? The threshold? Which one? Close or open? Both. All right. So let's do with open threshold. Should we reduce it or increase it? Reduce it, I guess. So it's at negative 33. Let's reduce it. I changed it to negative 60. Let's see if that does anything. All right. Made it far worse. So that's the opposite of what we want. That made it way worse. By far. So we want it to be even less. If it was negative 33, maybe we want it to be like negative 21. Let's change it to negative 21. All right. So I have it at negative 21 right now. Let's see what happens when I play the clip again. Ready? That worked well. It picked nothing up, right? And it was me talking and the game, nothing. But now it's picking me up perfectly, right? Like it's not dropping me out or anything as long as, you're hearing me. Okay. So that worked. So now the game is good. So we know 33 is not good enough. 21 is working, but the question now is, if I were to move the mic back, would that now drop me out, right? Because, for example, if I'm going to play a game right now, I'd probably put the mic something like this. Probably like this, okay? So now, is it dropping me out at all as I play keyboard and mouse, or is it working? Looks like it's working, correct? It's not dropping me out, I don't think. Yeah. Still sounds good. So maybe that was the issue. Maybe now we're getting to this sweet spot. All right. This is good. So it took all morning to get the boom arm working, which, by the way, the boom arm is much bigger than the other one I was using. The hinges feel much better. It does feel like a more dependable boom arm now that I've got it working and not destroyed it. So that's good. And I got new LEDs on here. Not that it matters, but I can make LED colors on the freaking mic, which is funny. And we've got it working with the USB, which means I could do this. One tap muting, which is amazing. It means I never need to mute or unmute over here ever again. So the only thing is I have no idea how this sounds. I've been doing this all morning with you guys and tweaking it. I have no clue what this sounds like right now at all. I guess what I could do is play it back for myself. What I'll probably do is stop recording and play it back for myself and see how it sounds. Hopefully it sounds good to me too, I don't know. But I've been adjusting it completely per your feedback. So hopefully this sounds good now, okay? So this is going to be hopefully good for the future. We're good now. Just positioning of it is really the thing. I have to take the tag off here, but positioning. And yeah, we're going to do DSP Tries It with this new setup. Better from where it started? Good. All right, let's stop recording. I'll listen back quick, and then we'll continue on. Thanks, guys, for the help.